Hey everybody, Gears here. I got a chainsaw guy in the background somewhere. He'll be starting up again. From 93 degrees yesterday to 77, 78 today. That is quite the swing. Another swing I just took was a razor blade, just like I've been promising. All the way down here and across the bottom. I had forgotten how thick a piece of styrene I used. Holy cow. So when I thought I was cutting into and through it, I was actually pushing it backwards. Yeah, it won't be, yeah, right down in there. So I thought when that happened, I was like, I cut through, great. Why can't I pull it loose? Because I was only pushing it backwards. Anyhow, that's too bad. I already got a little bit of sand of paint on here. I was hoping we could count the layers of what's going on. There's some caulk down here. Somewhere in here there's EV foam, a layer of that, 1/4 inch, that made the overall base shape. I filled beneath that and then over it. This is Ava's epoxy right there. That's a whole lot of it. What else? There's a nice, really thick layer of some glazing putty, various paints. It's all here and in there. So I've got a little slicing out to do from there, and I don't quite know how I'm going to do it because I've only got these little utility blades. So I may have to cut more of this out, but I'd really hate to. It was bad enough snapping this piece, and speaking of it, there it is. So yeah, the idea here is that I'm just going to set this back. So the concern with the depth over there, it's 1 13/16. Up here is about 1/2 inch closer to the ledge here. The concern with that is that when this flips over the hood, or the roof rather, there's the curve of the roof, then the curve of the glass, and then the straight angles of the lifter mechanism, and it makes for a very tight tolerance in there. So I'm actually thinking this line here is the actual edge, which I've hidden over the last year, and it comes out down here. So all of this goes away. At this point, I still have the original casting, or the original mold, so I'm going to try and take a casting of just this line and see how I can compare it. But otherwise, putting too much is better because I can always shave it away rather than not having enough. And here I definitely have to do some shaving away for all of that. But this repair should go relatively easy because it is a face, as opposed to other repairs where on this area I had to shove it back because it was so much bigger than it should have been, or this area where I had to shove it in because it was extended too far, or this area where I've been trying to get this curve back into place, and it's just about there on this time. The overall condition of this thing is relatively good. All of the flat surfaces are definitely flat, nice smooth gradations going on. It's not perfectly symmetrical, but it is close. It is awful close. There's a bit in here, if the camera's showing it. Needs some fading into the body. I've built up this area here. I need to trim down right there before it gets totally spray painted over. Clean up this edge, and then this needs a little tiny bit of a rise to it, which then will feather into that shape. Up here, most of the damage is gone, pretty much. There's still some deep rasp scratches. However, those are going to go away on the next few passes, and those should be pretty quick. This is the worst of it right in there. There's a few paint blisters around here, like I got those that I have to lance. Some filling in and some sponge sanding with this area here. Fill that in. And then we're back up to the wall here. Definitely make that a lot nicer transition. Wet sanding. And yeah. In here, there's a few egregious little areas that I still want to fill in. That's a big divot in there, or I sand the front down. There's a really big divot right there. That's pretty ugly. Couple like that, but otherwise, yeah, I got to pull the wing out and do a test fit on this again. So as far as this piece is concerned, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. See ya.